you do not want to have jagged, sharp edges because those are like knives cutting into you. Dude, what is going on here? There's like that edge and that edge. At night, it is so dark. They really have awful lighting. I'll show you the kind of lighting they have. Some more crazy sex lighting, very weird, feels like a brothel, which definitely is not good feng shui. You definitely do not want to have any exposed bathroom stuff. This is a sacrilege. Hey guys, it's Sarah and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So based on the overwhelming response about feng shui from my etiquette reaction series to Bling Empire, a lot of you guys wanted to hear more about feng shui. And actually right now I am on a business trip. I'm here in Beijing, I'm teaching etiquette and I'm staying at what's supposedly one of the, top boutique hotels in Beijing. And I'm actually moving out because it just has really bad feng shui. So let me tell you a little bit about this hotel first. And by the way, tell me, do you believe in feng shui? Have you tried feng shui? What do you think feng shui is? Let me know in the comments below before we do a deep dive into identifying bad feng shui and tips for what you definitely should not do in your own house. So I'm in this hotel called Chao Hotel, C-H-A-O. It actually used to be the Beijing City Hotel, Beijing 城市饭店, which was built in 1990, just when China began opening up in its economy. In 2016, it was remodeled and relaunched as the Chao Hotel. So it's this 80-meter high hotel tower. It's in a really popular destination called Sanlitun, which has become really popular, I'd say, the last 10 years. The Chao Hotel, it's considered one of the most expensive luxury boutique hotels. I have what's called a 大床房, like a big one-room hotel room, and it goes for about 2,000 or so RMB a night. That's like $350 US a night for China. That's expensive. I'm looking online and this hotel describes itself as a home, a warm and welcoming nest. It was built by GMP Architects, which is a German architecture firm. And as a guest here, it is very obvious this hotel was not built by anybody Chinese because it is really feng shui unfriendly. And let me walk you through why. So one of the premises of feng shui is that everything is round and smooth and you do not want to have jagged, sharp edges because those are like knives cutting into you. It's about harmony, and you've probably seen the yin yang, which looks like that without the spikes, round and smooth. So if we take a look at this room, the only thing round and smooth about it, there's only one thing, and it's not that painting. It is this. So, okay, this carpet is round, that's great, but everything else in here has all these jagged edges that just point at me like knives. So for example, over here, you can see this is really jagged. Usually for dining tables or living room tables, us Chinese, we prefer curved, round or curved because it's more harmonious. This is all jagged, fine, okay, I get it. But then look at this, like all of a sudden this thing is kind of jutting out at me. And, this those are like knife blades jutting at me. And also over here, this is like really weird. Basically, you walk in, sit down on the bed and like, dude, what is going on here? There's like that edge and that edge. And then there's a pillar and then there's like a stick. Okay, so these are all not feng shui friendly. So while we do like circles for tables and, stools and other things, when it comes to the room shape, it has to be nice and square. Yes, we do not like to have these kind of half moon shaped, semicircle, weird kind of rooms where it's like, how do you put your furniture first of all? But it's not fang zheng. Fang zheng means square in Mandarin. So it's important when we look at room layouts for it to be a solid square layout. And this layout is it's like a hexagon, but not even a well-proportioned hexagon. This is my room. And so you can see the building is a triangle, which actually means that each of these, if they were straight, is kind of like a blade. So it's not very good for nearby buildings. But this is my room. And so this is the shape of my room. And look at that. That's like kind of weird like that and funky. It's, it's not square. Okay, what's going on with this wall? This wall's leaning off to some degree and then the windows to another degree. This is really the worst part. So you walk in and this is what I was facing when I was sleeping. That is my bedside table. And all of a sudden I have this knife and this blade all aimed at me when I'm sleeping. This is just the weirdest shape. I mean, GMP architects, what were you thinking? And you definitely do not want to have any exposed bathroom stuff. This is a sacrilege. I mean, what's going on over here? A place where you sleep should be a place of rest. It should be like enclosed. It should not have these weird half bath things. Another important aspect of good feng shui is to have good natural light. That is the one thing that this room actually does have, and it also has an open view. So check out this open view, right? There's nothing in front of it. I mean, there is a building off there, but it's always important in feng shui to have open views because that doesn't block, like to have a big building in front of you kind of blocks your qi, doesn't let the qi run through smoothly. Okay, that is one good thing, but at night it is so dark. They really have awful lighting. I'll show you the kind of lighting they have. Okay, so this is one of those hotels that tries to be cool, but I mean, is kind of wavering towards W, like a little tacky. Here we have mood, and I mean, this is really pretty much the only lighting that I have at night. I have this lamp, which is not very strong at night. I mean, that's as much as it goes. And so it's kind of, at night it's like really not bright enough. Now, looking over here in the bathroom, again, some more crazy sex lighting, very weird, feels like a brothel, which definitely is not good feng shui. Only one sink, kind of weird when it's such a big thing. And then, okay, at least there's some privacy with the bathroom and with the shower. Let's go out and take a look. Okay, so this is actually very dark. Let's go down the lift and see. Dark gray. Okay. So over here you can see that for feng shui they left out 4, which means death. Si is 4 and si is death. So they left that out. They took out 13, which I guess is unlucky, and they took out 14 because 14 in Mandarin is 14, which means definite death. They also took out 24, 24, which means easily definite death. And lucky numbers are like 8, anything with an 8, because that means wealth. So let's go out here. Okay, this is really strange. I mean, what's going on over here? Like, which way do I leave? Do I go out this way? Why is it cordoned off? This is so confusing. Look at here, this is another blade. I mean, this is just like not warm and cozy at all. It's so bizarre. What? Where is the lobby? I mean, how weird of a hotel lift area is this? Oh. This is after COVID. Okay, trying to be autistic. This is the entrance, kind of a small entrance. And then this is a sort of podium area. It is a bit industrial. Now let's check out the outside. So this lobby is considered a very small lobby, which is not that great feng shui. This lobby is tight and narrow, which means it doesn't let good qi really flow in. It feels kind of xiao qi. Xiao qi means small-minded, as opposed to big, grand, and open-minded. This is interesting though. And this is what you have around it. I'm on the 16th floor, which is considered good feng shui, because 6 means smooth, everything goes smoothly, and 16, 16 means things definitely go smoothly. Now, every time I check into a hotel room, because hotel rooms are considered more yin, which is kind of like dog and spirit-like and not enough human energy, there is something that I do every single time as I enter my hotel room for the first time. I knock on my door and I say my name in Chinese and I say, I'm borrowing this room for 4 nights. Let me show you. 我是何佩蓉，我暂住4晚. That way, I'm asking blessing from the spirits who are in here, because a lot of hotel rooms are pretty empty, and actually the Chao Hotel is always around 50% occupancy, which is not very high. And that way, I have the blessing from spirits who are already inside, and then hopefully I have their blessing. They won't come bother me. Now, when it comes to mirrors in a hotel room, luckily this room has it okay. You never want a mirror facing your bed. And actually, when I went to New York City and I stayed at the Baccarat Hotel, there was this huge mirror. The whole wall is a mirror that was facing the bed. And I was so freaked out. I immediately took a bed sheet, and they had one of those 4-poster style beds. So I took a bed sheet and hung it over the rail so that it basically covered the mirror. The reason you never want a mirror facing the bed is because, well, if it's in your home, it means that somebody in the relationship there'll be a third person in the relationship, and you never want that. Yes, that means that either you or the other person sleeping in your bed will have a extramarital affair. Also, it means that, in some places they believe that when you sleep, your spirit, comes out of you, and you don't want to scare your spirit by letting it see its own reflection. Anyway, so, it's draining as well, chi-wise, to have a mirror facing your bed. You also do not want a mirror facing the window because then it's reflecting away any good energy. And over here, we do have a mirror you can see right behind me. And it is kind of facing the window, but it's also kind of partly blocked by a little bit of wall. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. So when it comes to baths and bathrooms, you do want it to be in an enclosed area. Oh, by the way, here's another jagged edge. How awful. So right now, this bathroom is not very enclosed. I guess, the toilet is enclosed. I can close it this way. The reason it's important to have it enclosed and not open is so that when you flush the toilet, your good luck and money does not flush down the drain with it. You have, like with the bath out there, you have also, water gets flushed down that. So you really do not want to have chi, energy, which is what sustains you, being drained out of your room through plugs. So this is not that great. Now, unpacking moves chi around. That's why whenever you have empty rooms, even in your house, it's not that good because that chi is very stagnant. You always want to make sure that, people use as many of the rooms in your house as possible. Just like when you come and stay in a hotel, you want to make sure that, this hotel room is lived in and there's yang human energy. So unpacking moves chi around. So even if you're staying in a room just for one night, you definitely want to open up your suitcase and, move stuff around. And the good energy that unpacking creates will actually help you have a good night's rest. Even though we have a good view, unfortunately, I'm not able to open the window, which is not that great. You want to be able to open the window because that helps chi flow in and out. So the fact that there's no window means that there's a lot of stagnant air and chi and energy in my room. Whenever I check into a room, the first thing I do is I get the water running. So, let it run. I will let it run for a whole minute, and this helps the water energy get going. And then what I'll do is after letting the pipes run for a minute, I'll fill up the kettle, and then I will immediately boil water. So over here, you can see I'm boiling water, and this gets the fire energy going. One good thing about the bed, which yes, I've slept in it, so it's a little messy, is that at least it's not facing the door. You definitely do not want to have the door like in this position. You're sleeping with your legs facing out towards the door direction because that is how Chinese people laid out the corpse for when people were being, dead corpses were being carried to their funeral. So at least, this is good. And yeah, ideally, when you open the hotel room door, you do not want to be able to see the bed. So yeah, that's okay. Now, it's very important to have the headboard of the bed. Why? Because if it is the wall, then actually it's not good for your neck, right? It somehow, it impacts your neck. So this is actually okay because it's softer, but you really do want to have a headboard that's strong but soft and will not give you neck or back pain because yes, subliminally, if you're sleeping here and your neck, is your head is directly facing this wooden board, then subliminally the message is that you are going to get neck and back pain. Also not good. Another thing is that generally you do not want electronics in the room that you sleep sleep in. I know this is tough for a hotel unless you're staying in a suite, but at least over here, the good thing is that the TV cannot be seen from the bed. It's got its own kind of separate little TV area and nook and cranny over here. So yes, that's a plus. And in fact, I just took a look at what direction this bedroom is facing, and it is south. It's 朝南正南, which means it's like straight south. And that's a good thing about Beijing. Beijing, the city, is laid out starting from the Forbidden City, 故宫. And then there are these ring roads that go around it, literally circular roads. So second ring road, third ring road, fourth ring road. The higher the ring number, the further away from the Forbidden City you are. And so we're over here by the third ring. And the great thing about Beijing is that everything is built. It's direct facing, north, south, east, west. It's very, very clear. All the streets are like that too. So you are never in any doubt of any direction. And south facing, Feng Shui wise, is considered the best, most auspicious direction to be in. So southern facing homes are higher in value, they're more in demand. And the best is when you have a home or a room that is called 南北通, which is called 板房. So 南北通is like south and north. So your apartment, faces both south and north from different sides, and that's considered the best. But okay, my hotel room is facing south. West you don't really like because it's way too hot. And east is okay. North you don't get any light, so it's considered not that good feng shui. Alright guys, so that is my little vlog on hotel feng shui today. Some little takeaways. Remember, when you choose a hotel, number 1, make sure it has good lighting. Number 2, no weird jagged edges inside the room that are facing you when you're sleeping like blades. Number 3, no mirror facing the bedroom. Number 4, make sure that when you're lying down in bed, your legs are not facing any door, whether it's a bathroom door or your main door. And tips for what you should do when you check into a hotel room: always knock, ask the spirits for their blessing for you to stay for, say your full name and how many nights you want to stay. Make sure you unpack, because that moves good chi around, good energy. If you have a window, open one so you're letting in, again, you're moving the chi. And try to stay relatively tidy, because that's also good for chi. Alright, I'm checking out, guys. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and stay tuned for my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be posting a new video each week who have tips and tricks that I think will help all of us lead a better life.